All right, we'll have to talk about it, even though I don't want to.
Can we just fucking blow through it? Okay.
WrestleMania.
This is what let me just blow through my thoughts real quick, and you can blow through yours.
I watched 2 matches.
Well, I watched a lot more. WrestleMania this year was a much better show than it had any right to be. That does not make it a good show.
Because the build-up was fucking abysmal.
It was abysmal. What I think WrestleMania succeeded in doing this year was setting up a lot of potentially good things. But and like I said, the show is better than I expected, but that does not make it a great show.
This was a WrestleMania that, yes, it wasn't the payoff show, which usually it is to the end of the year storylines. It was the jumping off point for the future. And a lot of that is because Brock Lesnar re-signed a week before. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of the reason why. So basically, I watched 2 matches. I'll go over the first one first. I think they got totally right, which was the main event, which was Lesnar destroying Reigns, much in a similar way he did to Cena at SummerSlam, which is the proper booking, because there's no way that Reigns could do better in a match than Cena at this point.
Hey, comments section. I really enjoyed Brock Lesnar in that match.
Ian finally sees it right, and he did 5 different types of suplexes. He did a fisherman suplex and threw him clear across the ring. He did a belly to belly. He did a back suplex.
Lesnar finally
he showed you what
I've seen what Lesnar can do in the past. He finally showed me that he can do it in the present.
Okay. But he showed you that monster persona, the suplex city bitch, stuff like that.
I still don't think he makes a great heel, but he does make an entertaining wrestler in the ring now.
He's a credible killer in the ring.
Sure, fine.
He's a credible killer.
Yeah, we can write that. We can write that off.
It was still a controversy. We'll just say, okay, so Lesnar beats the hell out of Reigns. He gets more offense, and Reigns gets less offense than Cena did for most of the match at SummerSlam. Outside the ring, there's Lesnar gets busted open, really brutal blade job. Plus, he got busted open the hard way by Reigns punching him a few times on the lip and the cheek. That was potato shots, basically, which means you were getting hit for real.
Right. But you don't see dude's blade anymore.
There's controversy that some people say they can see it being slipped into the hand to give to Lesnar.
Really?
Other people saying it was the hard way because there hasn't been a real blade job in a long time in WWE.
That's what I know.
It was a big blade job, and if you're gonna not blade and only do it once every couple of years, that was the perfect spot
to do it, yes.
Because Lesnar was wobbly, blood all over his face. Reigns does 3 Superman punches, does the spear. Reigns still kicks out. Lesnar kicks out from the spear, and here comes Seth Rollins, which you kind of knew this was always the option. Hell, it's been like 9 months since he won the freaking Money in the Bank. It was the only
fucking option that anyone really wanted. I mean, we all kind of wanted Brock to win, but I think everyone really, if it was just Brock and Reigns, everyone wanted Brock to win. Which is funny, because Brock re-signing changed a lot of people's...
Changes everything.
It changes a lot of people's opinions on Brock, including mine. And I'm not going to lie. I can admit when I'm wrong. But we knew Rollins was going to have a part.
Yes. So the good news is that those at WWE realized that Reigns winning would have been a disaster. From the 3 months from Royal Rumble to now, they realized that this guy's not ready. I'm not saying he'll be ready at SummerSlam, Survivor Series, or next year's WrestleMania. He ain't ready now. No one wanted him to win. If he won, it would have been shit thrown in the ring, probably. Like, it could have potentially
been literally feces.
Like, it would have been like, it would have been like WCW when they would throw their shit.
Yeah,
but they were cheering. But they were cheering Lesnar beating the shit out of Reigns for most of the match. There was not many cheers at all for Reigns.
Nope.
Reigns has got either boos or apathy, which are both bad for a guy you're pushing as your face.
Apathy is worse.
But he's got a mix of apathy with the women cheering Reigns because he looks like a stud. That's basically what it's been.
Even X-Pac boos are better than apathy.
X-Pac heat?
Yeah, X-Pac heat is better than apathy because apathy just means that no one gives a fuck about you.
And that means no one buying your products. Yeah. So Rollins comes in to cheers, curb stomps both of them, and then, importantly, great booking again, pins the non-champ.
Yep.
Which gives Lesnar, besides an automatic rematch, protects Lesnar, saying, I never got beaten, I want to come back. And then they do the next best thing, whether or not it's because of the contract. They suspend him on Raw to get him out of the picture for a while, which is the smartest thing to do, because that lets him go to the back.
Wait, they suspended him on Raw?
Storyline-wise.
Who?
Lesnar.
Why?
He went fucking ballistic, and the crowd was cheering it.
Okay, so I didn't see the Raw after Mania.
So basically, Lesnar's he's officially a tweener if he wasn't before,
right?
But now he's officially a tweener. He comes out ready to beat the shit out of Rollins. He wants his rematch tonight. Heyman's there, and the fans love Heyman because Heyman is one of the best.
Because
ever.
Heyman's amazing.
So he's officially a tweener now. He was kind of it before. Now Lesnar's officially a tweener, which means out there he's neither face nor heel. He's a little bit of both. So Rollins comes out and says, "Oh yeah, I'll face you." "No, I changed my mind," and runs away. Lesnar tries to suplex him, of course, because Rollins is very athletic, lands on his feet, runs out, runs into the crowd. He beats the fuck out of J&J Security, which I loved him in that role. Overturns the table, storyline-wise, causes a great injury to Booker T.
That's right, I heard that.
And then JBL has to get emergency surgery with the storyline. And then he does something that was, I guess, to shock because he fucking took Cole, threw him in the ring, F5 Cole.
Okay, I did hear about
this. Which was brutal looking. It was actually brutal looking. And then the other thing, which I think this was cool, he did that, he grabs the cameraman. And then that's when Stephanie comes out and says, "Enough! You're going. If you do that, you can't do it." He's a civilian, which is good. They never really did that before, attacking the cameraman like that.
Right.
You know that. So attacks the cameraman, you're suspended indefinitely. Get out of my ring, which makes total sense. You would do that.
Yeah.
So now Lesnar's out of the picture. Who knows how long? But now Lesnar still has a claim to the title when he comes back in a couple of months, 2 or 3 months, and it gives you a chance for Orton to fight him. And a chance for a Reigns rematch. It gives you more opportunities without Lesnar coming back.
Sure, dude, he's only 37. If you're gonna re-sign for
that's old for a pro wrestler.
No, it's not.
For wear and tear, it is. I know he was gone for 5 years or so, but he was doing UFC stuff too. It's not like he was doing NFL stuff.
That's my only beef. Like, I'm glad he's committed to pro wrestling. Yeah. I'm just pissed that he's still wrestling like a part-timer.
But that's his decision, and they want to sign him. And he's a huge draw, whether they like it or not. When he wrestles, people want to watch it.
Well,
that's what it is. The whole point is now you have so many directions you can go, and what we predicted came through with both Cena. At least I knew Cena was going to win, and then Daniel Bryan. They already had great matches with Ambrose on Raw, and then you had Bryan defending and beating Ziggler. All of a sudden, now these are going to be the fighting titles that are going to be defended.
I'm happy that we have fighting titles again. I hope they keep it up. I'm glad Bryan won it. That was actually a decent match for a fucking clusterfuck. I mean, it really was, but it was a
ladder matches with 8 people or whatever. Always like that.
But it was
I
decent.
didn't see it.
But I'm glad that they're trying to bring more, especially the IC title, because I love the IC title. I am disappointed that John Cena got the U.S. title. Rusev is the better wrestler, and when is WWE gonna pull their penis out of Cena's mouth and just let him fucking go?
Well, he got it destroyed at SummerSlam.
Oh yeah, and then he gets everything he fucking wants afterwards.
I like putting the title on Cena to defend it. I do. I think it's the right move right now to do it for both.
I guess we just like different things in wrestling, because I would love to see a heel defend the U.S. title for a long time. Well,
Rusev just did that for like 8 months or 7 months, whatever it's been.
Fair enough.
He just did that. But Cena coming out and saying this is the U.S. title, it'll be defended, it's prestigious, that does more than Rusev beating up Jack Swagger every week. Which is what, you know what I mean? Does a lot more for it. And Bryan doing the same thing with the IC belt.